And Moab is our cousin. Shalom. We have the ICBK coming out of 1 West 125th Street, home New York, and the Commander Junior High. Today is a brotherhood class. Today's title is going to be, know those labor among you. Yeah, know those which labor among you. And understand one thing. In order to know that, one thing you got to understand is the pink oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
That'll start to help you to understand how to put the value upon your brothers. You take the value up off of them. All right. Let's begin with, well, first, before we even get started with the class, I'll mention, condolences goes out to the sister Maya Marcano. It's a Karite Mexican sister that got killed by the maintenance man down in Florida. It's a real seriously sad situation right there. They don't even do background checks on maintenance men. You know what I'm saying? They don't even do background checks on them. They don't see whether they're felons. I remember one time, in Louisville, they had the damn meth heads as maintenance men. They'll hire any damn body for cheap labor. Right. They don't give a damn. They was meth head white dudes, destroyed the damn bathroom. They're supposed to be fixing the toilet and destroyed the damn toilet in the process. So now, not only did they have to still pay them, but they had to fire them and then hire a professional crew. You know what I'm saying? Right. Sometimes cheap is an expensive ass damn language. It's an expensive, expensive word. And what would they say? The most expensive word in the English language is free. And cheap is running a good close second to that, I'll tell you that. You try to get cheap labor, they go mess the shit up real good. Now you got a worse problem. What the hell you had at first? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them are drug addicts and thieves. Right. They will steal your stuff. Believe that. They will steal out of your house, and the apartment complex will also they will back them. You know what I'm saying? And so the courts and all, because it's all a ring, the apartment complex, when you go to, tenant, renter's court, or whatever you call it. Anybody know what you call that court? Renter's court, what's it called?
I've heard of it.
I
think like a civil.
Yeah, something like that. But they all in together. You know what I'm saying? You're a tenant, you don't really have no tenant rights. Right. Tenant, apartments back in the day, it used to be to the point to where, and then you ain't getting nothing fixed on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Either they not fixing it or they messing it up when they do. One of the damn two. And then you said you got your rib in there, you know what I'm saying? They in the goddamn apartment with your rib. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just some stranger. You know what I'm saying? And just think about this situation. And the way things is getting, hell, they have damn white maintenance men in there with a black woman, a Hispanic woman. He gonna think that he can just take advantage of them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Hell, the apartments is already on his side and his race. You know what I'm saying? He'd have to do something real messed up, like what this dude did to this sister right there, for him to even be found guilty. But other than that, he can't steal. He can, take your stuff, switch out certain parts. You know what I'm saying? Go to fix your breaker. He can, do some makeshift job with it, damn near burning yourself up through the damn through the voltage or whatever. To take things that are of value and give them to another damn apartment and leave you with the dusted, messed up stuff that's going to keep going out. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to come together as a nation. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians got to come together. We got to put, like I always say, we got to put the value up on each other. That seems like it's one of the hardest damn things for us to do. Right. We got to put the value up on each other. We have to do that. It's not even a goddamn. It's not an option anymore. Right. It's not an option. We got to do this. We got to be forced. A lot of times we got to be forced to this stuff, just like during the time of Black Wall Street. We talk about how great Black Wall Street was, but hell, we was forced into that. Right. Most of the people didn't even want to leave the damn plantation. You know what I'm saying? To establish their own. Nobody ever talks. Everybody talks about the glory of Black Wall Street. Tulsa, Oklahoma, and all the places, and Harlem and all of that stuff. But they never talk about how it got started because it didn't start so glorious. You know what I'm saying? Dudes running around with, brothers running around with Incredible Hulk shorts on, just left, just left slavery. You know what I'm saying? And the pants, there's like capris, but got tore up all at the damn bottom, because he's so damn old. You know what I'm saying? So all your skills, it took a lot of labor, a lot of work. You had to put the value up on one another because you ain't have no damn option.
That's right.
You couldn't go into white people's stuff, then you would get lynched and hung.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only ones that could actually go into the white community was the bed wenches. You know what I'm saying? Bed wenches was going, that's how the pimp game got started. The pimp game got started off bed wenches. You know what I'm saying? And they weren't getting paid for it either. You know what I'm saying? They would leave stuff like Black Wall Street and all of that, and then go to where white is on some romantic Princess and Frog type stuff with some damn devil for free. And the pimp saw that, and the pimp understood the mind of wickedness, of the women. And their husbands didn't understand it. They'd be out at work doing what they doing, providing, for the house and all of this stuff. While he was at work, she would be off doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the sisters didn't have to work because Black Wall Street was thriving. It was thriving so much. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them just running around as housewives, taking their man's money, running into the city. You know what I'm saying? And having sex with devils. You know what I'm saying? Not even putting the value up on her own people. You know what I'm saying? And her own men. She put them up, still putting up on devils for free. Right. And pimps seen that, and pimps, it's something you couldn't stop. So they decided to make a profit off of it and start having the women pay them for protection. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the pimp game got started. But you see the devaluing right there. It's caused the pimp to devalue her. You know what I'm saying? And caused it caused her to devalue her man. And that's why the pimps call the dudes, the decent dudes, squares. Right. The so-called decent dudes, because who the hell knows as far as their character. Just because you got a good career and make money don't mean your character is good. That's right. But they took the value off each other. That's one of the things that opened Black Wall Street up to get ran through by everybody, to get destroyed. And another thing too, we were not militarized. You know what I'm saying? We were not militarized. No one was giving orders, you know what I'm saying? But except for the Christian pastors, but hell, he ain't giving any damn orders that's gonna come against that devil. You know what I'm saying? But it was demilitarized, and that's the thing that trips me out about these like Kevin Samuels type of dudes. They think that they the ones that talk about divesting from the black community and all of that. You know what I'm talking about? Divest, where the hell you gonna go? Where the hell you gonna go? You in this shit. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Fighting all your goddamn life to get out of the ghetto, to get into the ghetto. Might as well just be the ghetto, right? You know what I'm saying? And see, here's another thing too. A real man changes the environment around him. Right. You know what I'm saying? He changes the environment around him. He don't sit there and hop up and goddamn leave. He don't leave the hood. If you leave the hood, how the hell can you sit there and say shit about a nigga that leave his house? You ain't got a goddamn dog in that fight. You can't talk. Right. You get that $100,000 a year job, first goddamn thing you want to do is go hop up and move into the suburbs with a bunch of devils, but then swear you up and down, you so goddamn great. If you so great, then why the fuck didn't you change the ghetto? You know what I'm saying? Your greatness should have exuded itself, shouldn't it? Right. Shouldn't it drift off upon other people? Right. Just about the way you carry yourself, what you do and what you say, the respect and all of that. That should start to change every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's like I always ask myself, how is it so many, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, entertainers and people that are, wealthy, but they're always praying for Paris. They're always praying for, Afghanistan. Yeah. Putting their money towards Flint, Michigan. How is that with all these successful people within our nation? Flint still ain't got no good water.
Right.
And so I believe it's 70% predominantly Black in Flint.
Right,
No
yeah.
one still has helped out. They always praying for Africa.
Yeah, Africa. What
They want to put their money towards there,
Right.
and not into the ghetto.
Right.
That doesn't make sense. Something is wrong.
Right,
They always
very
say they
wrong.
get back to the community, but it doesn't show.
Right, right. And then you have these silly Negroes, you know, in the ghetto themselves, but they want to put their support in Africa. They just follow because they just follow the goddamn wave.
So like, I mean, one thing. After all these years of trying to support Africa, just understand that they're rich as fuck.
Yes.
And even I remember I think I was talking to a monkey bar some months ago. When I gotta find this video. It's somewhere on TikTok. This African was laughing and joking about how people say that Africa is poor when it's very much rich.
Yeah, Africa is.
And he was just showing
rich.
everything. And
Yeah.
he had his phones like this, showing
Right.
everything. And I'm just like, why niggas can't understand?
Right, and that's just one neighborhood
That's what I'm saying.
in a continent where there's about 50 huge countries and no
Yes.
telling how many goddamn ethnic
Right,
groups.
yes.
They are wealthy.
Yes.
And they show the dusty parts and all of that because it has a twofold attack on that.
Right.
One thing, they want you to feel so sorry for them because they show you some goddamn desert some damn where and a couple of bonsai trees and kids with little big ass bellies and shit. They show you that. And you know, all of a sudden now you donate. You know, ran across some stupid Hamite on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? So he can message you, can you help the people of Uganda?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He owns stuff like that, especially these sisters. They gang these sisters up, and you can't tell these sisters nothing. I remember before I came into the truth, it was this sister. Now check this out. She's sending money to this Hamite dude. I think he was in Ghana. She's sending money to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this dude is on Facebook with a whole bunch of money, his country money. You know what I'm talking about? You know how motherfuckers be showing off their money and shit? He's on there doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But this heifer is sending him money and then and she's married. You know what I'm saying? Want to go over there. Now she's like 50 years old. She's a nice looking woman, you know, to be, you know, her age and everything. He's somewhere around like in his early 20s. She's never calling this dude her son and shit. And then she's gonna talk about taking a trip over to Africa to go to see him. You already know what's gonna happen when she go over there. You know what I'm saying? You already know. She ain't gonna sit there and take her ass from Louisville, Kentucky, all the way to goddamn Ghana for no reason.
Right.
She wanted the ham to throw down on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She wants to be a ham sandwich. Huh?
Yeah. She might mess around and get killed or be part of sex trafficking.
Or get ate.
Get ate. Yeah. That's right. There you go.
Find her ass on the grill.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They are cannibals. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Especially, you know, they was them eating us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They are cannibals. And they love to eat their enemies. So, and what enemies do they have? There's a greater enemy than the Hebrews. So what were they eating? They were eating the hell out of us when we lost wars to them.
Mm-hmm.
They was chewing our ass up. Remember the scripture that I think it's in Zechariah said that make the flesh. I want to pull that scripture as meat for the cauldron. Let's see if I can find it.
That's what called
Colderon.
Oh, okay. I think
You got it?
you said Ezekiel, right?
Let me see.
Ezekiel or Micah?
It might be Micah.
So cauldron, I think it says Cauldron. That's what it's saying. It keeps correcting the word that you just said.
Okay.
Is this it right here? It's like your give me a minute.
Yeah.
Micah chapter 3, verse 3. Who also eat the flesh of my people and flay their skin from off them.
Right.
And they break their bones and chop them in pieces as for the pot and as flesh within the cauldron.
Yeah, that's not talking about this metaphorical. That's talking about literal too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, they get pleasure of, you know, that's like some big game. We like some of the best big game. You know what I'm saying? You know, they kill one of us, you know, I mean, think about it, they get way more pleasure than killing some, you know what I'm saying, exotic animal or something. You know, and that's this. Now notice it and break their bones.
Yeah.
Making suits out of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they used to make knives out of Gannite bones.
I remember that.
Knife handles.
And their skull, like as they used to put stuff like you know how you put like fruits and stuff like in a glass tray or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell, they got a drink over in Europe right now. I think it's in the UK somewhere where it has a black man's toe in it.
I forget the name.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly something. I forget the name.
Yeah, a black man has a black man's toe in the drink, like the tequila with the worm. Except it ain't the worm, it's a black man's toe in the drink. That's some horrible stuff right there.
It's called sourdough cocktail. Drink with the human toe served in Yukon. Yeah, it's like it's sold in Canada. Yeah, that's Yukon.
See this?
Yukon, yeah.
That's some crazy stuff right there.
That's it. That's disgusting. Wait a minute. It's like no prices that was that.
That's right. Right. And, you know, person can't see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell him.
Right.
He done showed. He puts it right in your face and he done done.
Right.
He show you in his movies. He show you in his damn political speakings and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why Donald Trump is so damn bold. And who was Donald Trump's big support system? Black Christians.
Oh yeah.
They all hovered around and praying for him. The hell? Pray for your goddamn child's father.
Right.
Pray for him.
Right.
Pray for your own goddamn father.
Right. That's right.
Go ahead. Oh no, slack it. No, drop that. Need 1 Thessalonians 5 and 12.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 12. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you.
Yes, to know them which labor among you. This is a good shepherd. A good shepherd knows the sheep. He knows the flock. And what does a good shepherd do? He raises up other shepherds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like literally, you know, it's like Abraham's servants and Lot's servants. They were shepherds,
right,
you know, over the sheep, different rank and order and everything, but they were all overseers of the sheep. Make sure that the sheep's going in the right direction. You know, watching out for the wolves. You know, if a sheep has something wrong with it, you know what I'm saying? They pay special attention to that particular sheep. You know, the rams, they understand the rams. They know what foods to give what, you know what I'm saying? They know to give the little lambs the tender herbs, the tender grass. And while all the way up to the rams, you give the rams the hard, coarse stuff, you know? You know, they got that big, strong neck. They were powerful and everything. You know, you give them the harder herbs. They can stomach it. Go ahead.
Select. Know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord.
And the ones that are over you in the Lord.
That's right.
This is the rank and order. Know them, you know, that are over you, and know the men that are under you. Know them. Understand them. What things they might be in need of. You can help. You know, do it. You know, that's putting value upon one another. You know, when we put value upon each other, the whole world is going to try and stop us from doing it, right? Mm-hmm. But once we push through and still continue to do it, they're going to turn on each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What does the scripture say? Resist the devil and he shall flee from you.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't let no race turn, you know, you against your brother. I don't give a damn if the stuff was right. Just like, say for instance, you know, some black man get killed. He had a shootout with the cops. He gets killed or whatever, you know. And somebody will have a conversation with a white dude and be like, and the white dude will be like, well, yeah, he was shooting at the cop. And the black guy will be, he was shooting at the police. You don't need to be going in an agreement with him about shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't give a damn. So what, the brother was in the wrong. He's a fighting goddamn slave.
Right.
And you have every right, you have every human right to be angry with anybody that got their foot on your goddamn neck. I mean, simple as that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's awfully funny. Everybody read the story of Samson, but nobody blames Samson. You know what I'm saying? Nobody blames Samson, and Samson started shit. You know what I'm saying?
Good night.
Samson started shit. You know what I'm saying? You got every goddamn right. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that we should go out and start shit because the Most High didn't put that type of spirit up.
I often say no one's ready for that conversation.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The first goddamn thing, you know, said the first thing he did was you know, they solved the riddle. He went into the city, you know what I'm saying, them Philistines, them Hamites, and killed 30 of them. And then took all their goddamn gear and took their money. You know what I'm saying? Robbed them, straight up robbed them, and brought that back and paid their brothers with their stuff, with their dear brother stuff. So just imagine how it was when they went back into the city. Right. Yeah, the dudes and them slain, and they got on their shit. They probably got their ass tore up too in the goddamn city. And probably got 8. You goddamn Philistines, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know, nobody blames Samson. Why ain't nobody in Christian television or whatever say, well, Samson was actually wrong. You ain't never seen no Christian television say that. You know what I'm saying? It says Samson was starting shit. But you have every right to be angry with somebody that has his foot on your neck. I don't give a damn who it is. I don't give a damn if it's the Moabite, you know what I'm saying? You know, we have a reason to be angry with the Christian pastors, and we have a reason to be angry with the vast majority of black women too, because she has her foot on your neck also. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why 80% of the resources in the black community go to her. Black men get 20%. You know what I'm saying? You can have a homeless black man and you have a homeless black man with $162 on his food stamp card. He gonna survive out there for a month with that. Right. You know what I'm saying? While that sister gets to cry to the government because the government sanctioned her to be the ruin of you. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why they give them those opportunities. Why they give them, you put them in these office jobs where you in need of stuff and you have to go to them and get it. Because they know she's gonna be real nasty with you and exalt her education above you as if she really learned something valuable when you can go and learn what the hell she know off goddamn Google. She said I asked for 4 years in college to learn what you can just Google, and then be proud about it. You know what I'm saying? Be proud as hell about it. So yeah, in most instances, you do need to cuss her the hell out. You do need to, pull rank on her. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because that house got to be in order. Because if you don't, then she's gonna pull it on you. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be the one loud in the goddamn house. You gonna be talking like a fucking mouse. You like that? You like to talk like a mouse? And the only thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get angry. You're too scared to check her. You're gonna get angry and you're gonna swell up and you're gonna do something to one of your brothers just because he goddamn looked at you half-ass silly. Because you're so scared of that goddamn woman you got. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now your ass in jail. And she blowing your buddy. You know what I'm saying? And you sat there you sat there got 10 goddamn years, you know what I'm saying? All because you didn't know how to check that woman and come out the goddamn house with your chest out. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good about yourself. Because she will beat your damn spirit the hell down and you gonna come down this world with no confidence. Because that's one of her jobs that the white men saying to her to do, is to rob you of all confidence so that you will never have the strength to challenge him. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what her job is in America, is to keep you, beat down. But what you got to do with a horse, you know what I'm saying? A wild ass horse. Just like we talked about in the Willie Lynch letter, how they use the breaking of the horse. Well, guess what? You got to re-break the horse. You got to re-break it for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't re-break it, then the goddamn horse gonna be running you. You know what I'm saying? You think you riding the goddamn horse, you riding your ass. You know what I'm saying? Any more on the scripture?
I count them. Know them which labor among you, and are over you in the Lord and admonish you.
Right, the ones that give you your check-ins. You know what I'm saying? Know them, because certain brothers are different. Certain brothers are like have certain things done a certain way, and other ones like another way. You know what I'm saying? You got to know, know each other. This is part of everybody becoming close, with each other. That's what family do. Family know each other. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Go ahead.
That was the end of 12. So you want me to
Okay. Yeah, if there's anything else of any that's on this topic.
I think this works. It's like 13. And to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourselves.
Yeah, I remember Captain Mashak brought this out one time a few years ago.
What's the precept?
This is just verse 13.
13. So the entire scripture is like I missed that.
First Thessalonians 5, and it was the first scripture was 12. Now we're going into 13. Go ahead.
That was the end of 13.
Yeah, but read 13 again.
Okay. And to esteem them very highly.
Yes,
love.
Esteem them very highly. What does it mean to esteem somebody? Let's look up the definition of that. A lot of people don't know what it means to esteem. Think of presence, the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And all the other races, including the Africans, are his confederates.
Right.
And ain't pretty wild that about 7, 8 years ago maybe, Haiti was trying to get on the you know how you get like the League of Nations.
Mm-hmm.
They have an African League of Nations over there, of all the sons of Ham.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they rejected Haiti.
Yeah.
And if we all Africans, why the hell they reject Haiti? If we all the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now see, they have power to reject you out of whatever. They have power to even to cut you off out of trade. But see, here's the funny thing: Black Spanish and Native Indians will go up to the powerless and tell the powerless who we should accept and who we should support. No, if anything, you should be going to them and telling them to support us. You know what I'm saying? They went to get all the goddamn resources. We ain't got shit. We in the damn ghettos of America.
Right.
And even if they in some type of mud huts over there, they're damn unified. And a lot of people that live like that, they want to live like that because they want to separate themselves from that mainstream society over there. That's why they live like that. They've been living like that, for a couple thousand years. They don't want to change the traditions of their fathers. That's why they live that way. They have their own currency. They have the pygmies got like shells and stuff like that. They have their own judgment, their own judges, their own way of doing, their own way of life. Their own value system, their own world. And they don't want to become part of this, world of skyscrapers. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to leave that world to be in the world of skyscrapers and skinny jeans. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be a part of that, which I totally understand.
Right.
Just like the Israelites, you got the Israelites in the Amazon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've been living like that for a few hundred years because they was running from slavery. Think about it. You got to be running from something awfully horrible in order to move your ass to the Amazon. You know what I'm saying? That's not some shit somebody want to do. You know what I'm saying? You know how deadly the Amazon is? That is probably the most deadliest place on the earth as far as with natural, you know what I'm saying? As far as with, nature kill the shit out of you down there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got all types of bugs. They even got a fish down there swimming through your pee hole and stop up your urinary tract with eggs. Man, that's some rough stuff. People like that, it's nothing to cure. You know what I'm saying? They just got to put them to sleep. Because it ain't nothing that, they're about to die a horrible, painful death. Be vomiting up piss and every damn thing. Go ahead.
Online Merriam-Webster Dictionary. The word esteem. The first entry. 1. The regard in which one is held, especially high regard.
Yeah, hold somebody in high regard. You know what I'm saying? we gotta hold one another in high regard. That's how you put the value up on each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that we put back. ISUPK put value up on them Haitians.
Right.
We see them as the sons of Levi. You know what I'm saying? We put the value up on them, and also too, like I said, real men change the world around them. What happened? Because if we didn't show up, not only would the devils been beating the hell out of the Levites, but maybe some Israelites would have joined in with that shit too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then the ISPK showed up in the spirit of the Lord. And now, next thing you know, the Levites and the Israelites is at peace. They chopping it up, chilling and grilling, and you know what I'm saying? And the devils is gone off some goddamn where. Right. Now they scared that they're gonna be brought up on damn charges. You know what I'm saying? They said tuck away hiding some goddamn where. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Which they should be. They should do them. They should do them like they do all them goddamn Nazis over in Nazi Germany. Right. They should do them like that. Start hunting them motherfuckers down and charging them with, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, pardon my Swahili, you know, and charging them with war crimes. You know what I'm saying? Because what was they at? They was at war with the you know, with a broken down people that didn't have no resources. You're going from one place into another, and they saw it at times to have fun. You know what I'm saying? It was just like the devils would be in trucks with shotguns. Okay. Okay, go ahead and pick up.
So First Thessalonians 2?
First
Thessalonians 2?
Right. 13.
13.
5:13.
All right. First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 13. And to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourselves.
Right. See that? This is the formulas for us to put love upon one another. Actually, it's showing us how to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, love thy neighbor as I love thyself. Right. And this is breaking down how to do it. It's giving instructions inside that commandment. You know, this is what we got to do. If nobody wants to do this, but like I was saying, don't mean to get off the whole Levite topic, but who else went to Mexico to meet those brothers there at the border? No one else. Nobody else. You know why? Because they don't put the value up on the Lord's people. They talk, you know, they say, yeah, we the Israelites, we the 12 tribes and all of that stuff, you know, and break it down who the tribes are. But when it's time for it to count, where the hell they at? So how the hell can you trust any of them to lead? They gonna leave your ass high and dry, and they just showed you that with the whole Mexican, with the whole Haitian thing in Mexico. All of these fake groups that show you what they will do when the rubber meets the road.
Right.
They done show what they will do. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord makes it apparent of who is supposed to lead. By that action right there shows who's supposed to lead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shows is right in everybody's damn face. You know what I'm saying? Where was them yayo dudes at? None of them yayo dudes. You know, and they got Texas is full of fake Israelite groups. It's full of Christian churches. Texas is like a damn, you know what I'm saying? It's a goddamn stew of, you know, with a bunch of different fake Israelite ingredients in it. You know what I'm saying? Where the hell were any of them at? Where were any of them at? You know what I'm saying? They were not there. They're just now feeling comfortable creeping up and talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Doing little videos and stuff about it. Because they don't want nobody to hit them with the question, where were y'all? Yeah, them motherfuckers can make it to Ghana and, you know what I'm saying? They can make it to Ghana in 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? Well, hell, less than that. You know? They can make it to Ghana or somewhere in Africa quick. You know? The purple group, I bet you they can make it to damn Ghana in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But couldn't make it to Mexico.
Right.
When they they, like I said, they have a lot of them fake Israelite groups in Texas.
They do.
A lot of them. A lot of them, that run around with 12 tribe signs. Where were any of them? And they have money, so that wasn't the damn issue. They got money. They got a lot of fake Israelite groups got a lot of money.
Right.
The purple dudes, they one of the richest. You know what I'm saying? They one of the damn probably might be the richest.
Right.
Where the hell were any of them at?
Right.
They ain't come with 2 goddamn soldiers in the Bible. They ain't come with nothing, anything at all.
Right.
You know why? Because they don't put value up on the Lord's people.
That's right.
And you can't be led by somebody that don't put value up on the Lord's people. You can't.
Right.
He's gonna lead you astray. He's gonna lead you, and then in the time when you need him, he's gonna do it just like what any Christian pastor would do, leave your ass high and dry. You know what I'm saying? All they care about is capitalizing on certain stuff. They watch in the future, they're gonna try and act like they was that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They probably show some goddamn footage somewhere in some goddamn desert, some damn where in Nevada, some goddamn where, act like it's Texas, Mexico that they was at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we was there. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a bad sting to them.
Right.
This is a very bad sting right here. This is bad. This is way worse than the Joel Osteen thing when he shut the goddamn door. Joel Osteen he shut the doors on a race that's not his race. You know what I'm saying? If there was a bunch of Jewish people out there, he would have kept that door open. He wouldn't have given you, but there's a bunch of Negroes out there, so he kept the door shut. He thought he was Noah. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was deep, and he thought he was Noah. Noah Osteen. He shut the ark on niggas. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let's go to Genesis. No, let's go to Romans 12 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
The pink oppresses the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And all fake Israelite groups ain't nothing but the devil's agents.
That's right.
And it's being made manifest now that the killing of that girl wasn't good enough for niggas
right.
because they still growing off of that. All the stuff is shooting of the trannies and all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The damn bad business deals and one of their bishops going to jail. They counted all this persecution, like they just being persecuted. No, y'all being judged. It's different,
Good night.
I had that video that We the 12. I was watching that stuff. That was goddamn disgusting. And he was saying, what do you say? Put them in a cell with no bail.
Yeah.
We the 12.
Good.
Yeah. What do you say? Also said, he said it was 2 bars, and he used that.
Yeah.
The locking people up. And who is he talking about putting in jail with no bail? He ain't talking about locking up no white man in the jail with no bail. Who is he talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's talking about locking up black men particularly.
Right.
Talking about put them in jail with no bail. We the 12. You know what I'm saying? Ready.
Romans chapter 12, verse 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love.
Right. Kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love. And we should be doing this with only our own people. That's the thing that we got to practice.
Right.
Any love that anybody else gets from us should be just like a residue.
Right.
Because we just, you know what I'm saying? We just so used to loving one another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It should be like a residue type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
In honor, preferring one another.
In honor, preferring one another. Prefer the other man over yourself. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And a lot of times the Most High will set it up like that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Now think about this for a second. Now, go all the way back. Now you got, say you got Joseph, the situation with Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph ended up becoming, the most powerful man in Egypt, and his brothers needed him. But at the same time, these were still his older brothers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So the respect was mutual. It wasn't like he was all the way up here and they were all the way down here. And like he, was in a position to talk down on him or anything like that. Because back then, being an older brother really meant something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why Jacob, even though Esau was wicked as hell and evil, Jacob still respected Esau because that was his older brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Still, the situation with Moses, right? Moses and Aaron. Everybody thought out of anybody that was going to be priest, it would be Moses.
Yeah.
Because he's the only man to go up to the mountain to talk for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And also, Aaron was 3 years older than Moses. He was Moses' older brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see, now, before the Most High, chose Moses and everything, Aaron was the older brother, Moses was the younger brother. But then, Moses was one who the Most High chose to lead the nation.
Mm-hmm.
But then here comes another twist because everybody was sure that it was going to be Moses that was going to be the priest, but the Most High chose Aaron for the priesthood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, that's how that thing went right there. So now imagine the mutual respect that they would have for each other, not only because they both Israelites, they both brothers, whatever, but Moses has to respect Aaron as the priest, and Aaron has to respect Moses as God's chosen leader over the nation.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The mutual respect there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
King David and Jonathan, mutual respect there.
Mm-hmm.
Kings, Jonathan was the king's son. David was the Most High's chosen to be king. There was a mutual respect between them two.
Right.
Let's see. Just think of somebody else. Hell, I mean, there's many instances of that. King David with his brothers. They were his older brothers. He respected them, and they were dudes. They were born leaders. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
King David was made to be a leader. He was made into one.
Right.
His brothers, they were born leaders. They looked like, they was all, what I'm saying, looking like, Tyson Beckford, Lawrence Chestnut, or some damn body, you know what I'm saying? Well, looked like kings, looked like royalty and everything, But at the same time, King David was back in the sheepfold. And this is another topic too. You got to know, and it said, know your brothers. They didn't know King David. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They had a real, what was the word? Small perception of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't look at his and see what type of heart King David had. They didn't care nothing for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. Even Jesse, his father, fell into that. Jesse was a righteous man. You know what I'm saying? And these things right here, remember the scripture where it said, your sins are forgiven, but your iniquities will are passed down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? From the generation to generation. Now, think about that for a second. Isaac loved Esau the most, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Jacob would, his ways weren't appreciated like they were supposed to be. Think about it. Esau out there in the field hunting. You know what I'm saying? He's out there, in the field hunting, getting the venison and all of that stuff, the man's man, And, Isaac was looking at that and he really liked that. While Jacob was spending his time studying.
Right.
He was getting into scriptures, learning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you're looking at it like, yeah, okay, that's good, but look what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like it goes on in families. One brother, he's doing this, he's doing that, and he's making all these moves and doing such and such, while the other brother, he's just feeding himself with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? People despise that. In reality, in our nation, we despise it too. That's why people despise us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We real scholarly, and they figured that your scholarship ain't nothing if the white man ain't give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If it don't come from him, you know what I'm saying? If he's not your knowledge plug, then you ain't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that plantation lens right there that we look at the damn world through. We look at our own community and our own people through a plantation lens. And if you do that, you're not going to put the honor up on them. You're not going to esteem them or nothing. Even the sisters, A lot of sisters, you know, they want the so-called, you know, high value man or whatever the case is. But the only reason why they want him is because they see a reflection of the white man in him. You know what I'm saying? All the way from to his the way he dressed, where his source of education comes from, where his source of income comes from. Think about it. If ISUPK was rich right now, it would be people that would still despise us and what we do.
Right.
Because we're not connected to the master, to the slave master.
Right.
We talk as independent shit, but we don't believe in independence.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't believe in independence at all. It would seem like people would just be like, man, y'all niggas is amazing. Y'all actually doing this shit outside of the white man, nigga, where I sign up. It would seem like people would be like that, right?
Right.
But they're not. Because in our subconscious, we still got that coon inside there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The word you ever like, you know, talk about the scriptures and everything, and the first thing people want to ask, they'll say something like, well, it's cool to get all that and all, but you know, but where you working at? You know, where you ever notice people do that? Yeah, I mean, it's good to get the biblical knowledge.
Right.
It's good to get that, you know, but you know, but I mean, what you gonna do as far as like work? You ever notice people do that? But then now just imagine if you led with some good job that you work at, right?
Right.
They're not gonna ask you about your biblical skills though.
Right.
They're not gonna ask about that. You tell me, yeah, man, I'm doing this, you know, in college, I'm ready to be I'm ready to be an engineer. Like, man, that's good, man, that's good. But they're not gonna be like, but what is your biblical skills about though? Because this is what you believe, man. So how you doing in the scriptures though? You ever seen anybody do that? Ask that question in the world, ask that question. No, you never see that in the world. You know what I'm saying? But in ISUPK, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that here. That's one of the reasons why we throw people off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you come with all this great stuff that you did out in the world in the kingdom, we're gonna ask, okay, what are you doing for the Lord?
Right.
Are you paying your tithes? Mm-hmm. What do you get? That's the stuff we concerned with. You know what I'm saying? We move different than everybody else because we have a different value system, and the value system of this totally trumps anything that somebody can do in the world. You know, that's why we gonna ask you. You know, I mean, are you studying? I mean, you know, are you going to class? Are you listening to class? Right. We want to know that. You know what I'm saying? We want to know those things. Because this is the stuff that's gonna bring you life. Right. You know what I'm saying? That job and all of that stuff, that shit can be gone tomorrow. That's very true. You could be up one damn day and gone the goddamn next. And your wife gone too. Your rib gone, she done took the kids, she done divorced you, took half every goddamn thing you got, you know, took your house, took the car, and she gets alimony from you. You know what I'm saying? And you stuck somewhere in some goddamn apartment. And she got another man inside your house driving your car. You know what I'm saying? And this man doesn't even have a job. Right. You know what I'm saying? Your wife is his job. That's something. You know what I'm saying? Your rib is his employment. Man, that's an ugly world, ain't it? That's an ugly life right there. You know, that stuff can go tomorrow. Right. All right, this so was at the end of now let's go to Genesis 25 and 27. 25. Oh, come on. Pink oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians put the value upon each other. This is brotherhood. This is that love that you talk about but never got them do. This is that love. You know, love. It draws one to put his life on the line. That's why we were the ones in Mexico meeting the Haitians there. You know, right. Just think about it. Imagine if it was some big thing going on with a bunch of millionaires, some Million Man March or some stupid shit like that. It'd be all kind of black people going to that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. The niggas running around with suits and stuff on, you know, and briefcases, you know, talking about black excellency and all of that. Niggas would be quick to that, bro. When it come to the trench time, when somebody in the damn trenches and trying to escape from one country to another, you know, to make their lives easier,
Right.
you know, we don't want to be involved with that. We look at that as a ship that's sinking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which shows that nobody out there has faith. And what does Scripture say about about faith? It's impossible to please God without it. That's the reason why the other groups and all of that, the Christian church never went to Mexico to meet the Haitians there because they don't have faith. Simple as that.
Right.
They don't have faith. They don't have the very thing that is said that you have to have in order to please the Most High. They don't have it.
Right. That's
Straight up. All they got is a bunch of goddamn boys clubs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Go ahead.
Verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau.
Isaac loved Esau. You see that? Yeah, a lot of the times we end up loving the wrong damn child. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. Jacob's works and the good things that he did is not accounted for because it's not, something that the world will see and be like, man, that's amazing. That's something else right there.
Right.
What Jacob is doing is on the low. Jacob, is cooking things that people despise, but yet you need because you need food. You gotta have food, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is he doing? He's cooking the food. Esau running and hunting. Jacob is getting that food ready, getting it prepared. Jacob is in them scriptures. Esau out there in the field, trying to make alliances and everything to go against his brother Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Going and visiting Ishmael because they both got a goddamn problem with Isaac and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? He's doing all of that, going out in the world, it's something that, like he do today. He's always trying to be a goddamn ambassador some damn way. Always trying to gather up a hate party to go against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
Because that's what all of that peace talks and all of the UN meetings, we're who they're talking about.
Right.
They try to find out what they're going to do about us. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they're sitting up there, negotiating with Afghanistan on, the Afghans that made it here. What black business are they going to give to them?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How they want to find out how they're going to be able to get rich off blacks, just like everybody else has been able to do. What's their lot? What's their portion? Next thing you know, they be running the goddamn barber shops or something. You got to go to them to get all your barber equipment, all your barber license or any damn thing. You got to go to them to do it. You know what I'm saying? They be in there cutting your damn hair. You know what I'm saying? Salik Ali to be your barber. You know what I'm saying? Running all the goddamn black barbers out. Niggas start having to cut hair in the house again. And to be honest with you, things were better when niggas was cutting hair in the house. In the house, to be honest with you. Right. A lot of this stuff, we sit there and make these dumb decisions to try and legitimize ourselves in the sight of the devil. And we don't even understand how we hurt our own people when we do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look how much a haircut costs nowadays. You know what I'm saying? We had a sense of brotherhood back in the day. You had 5 niggas, you know what I'm saying, in one project that were known for being the top haircuts in the projects. You know what I'm saying? It didn't cost you. Everybody's running around looking good. You know what I'm saying? And it's not costing you an arm and a damn leg to do it. But since niggas wouldn't got them barber licenses, now the price of getting a haircut is shot way the hell up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna shot way up, and a lot of people can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So they gotta run around and try and do something with their head. You know what I'm saying? But they can't really trim their hair down that well. Because here in the ISUPK, we don't get lineups and none of that. So you can be a goddamn broke dude trying to do some barber stuff on us. We grow our hair out. We get it braided. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Which is more Hebrew culture.
Mm-hmm.
But watch out for when they started, because they already moved like Moabites and Arabs into some of the barbershops.
Right.
Seen a commercial, I think it was LeBron in it, getting his hair cut by Arab. This is about 2 years ago. It's dead serious.
No way, no way.
Right, they already got the damn chicken spots. You know, they gobbled up all the black stuff. And we got to ask ourselves, how much more stuff are we going to give them to gobble up?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How much more stuff are we going to give them to gobble up from us?
Right.
We know every damn time it's a wave of immigrants that come here, non-black, Hispanic, and Native Indian immigrants, that we're going to get broker.
Right.
We're going to get poor. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to own less.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Because, Salaki, and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison.
Right.
But Rebekah loved Jacob. Verse 29.
Right. In reality, Rebecca at that point had more, had more faith there, in Jacob. I mean, in Jacob,
Right.
She believed she held on to the prophecy and everything, she held on to it. She kept the word that was given to her. So she loved Jacob, wanted Jacob to be on top. You know why? One thing that even beyond the skin color and all of that, the ways that they contrasted is Jacob was compassionate and Esau was not.
Right.
Jacob was compassionate and full of empathy, while Esau was a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? He was a total narcissist, and the definition of the real, straight up, plain definition of narcissism is a person without any empathy.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple as that. You know what I'm saying? It's just the person, they do all types of spills on what narcissist this. You put in YouTube, just look up narcissist. You got 20, 30 damn videos, half-hour long videos of what a goddamn narcissist is and who a narcissist is. When it can be summed up in one goddamn sentence. A person that totally lacks empathy. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? In a nutshell. They try to call us, trying to call black men, we're the narcissists and all this stupid stuff. Like we the goddamn narcissists. We ain't the damn narcissists. We have compassion, but the only thing is our compassion just be misplaced. It be put up on other people instead of ourselves. That's the only reason why everybody's getting rich. If we was to take and put our compassion where it belongs, they ass would be broke. They would be poor damn near overnight. They would be going to a poorhouse. They'd be up there trying to buy stuff from us, become customers of ours, so they can try and wiggle their way back in. But if we stand strong in that, then they'll just be customers. Then we'll go do the same stuff to them as they do to us. Take their goddamn money and get them the hell up out of there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they'd be trying to do anything just to try and get our support back. And that would be a power move on our part, a serious power move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they wouldn't just stop. If we were to separate now, they wouldn't just stop wanting to mess with us. Because they would be trying to get their own position back in one position that they had. They'd be trying to get it back. So what will they be doing? They'd be giving resources just to try and get it back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that we fall weak to them and this and that. And if all else fails, they be trying to push their women on us. And then we stand strong with that and push their women back to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now they won't have no goddamn choice but to bow down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then they'll be angry. That anger that they have towards us will turn on. They will turn on their own people.
Right.
And they will start to destroy each other. You know what I'm saying? And then what is this theory called? Order out of chaos.
Oh yeah.
They'd be destroying one another. We'd have to be the ones, the saviors, the ones that come around and tell them what to do and set up rules up on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, the scriptures say the borrower is servant to the lender. Because what would they have to do? They'll have to borrow money from us. You oppressed by this group of Chinese. You're oppressed the such and such. You're oppressed by the Hmong. Are oppressed by Chinese. Well, guess what, Hmong? You know what I'm saying? Now you need to borrow money in order to get yourself about the oppression from them. And who they gonna borrow from? They gonna want to borrow from us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they want to get our support to stop the oppression from them to them. So that would make the Hmongs our servants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's how that thing will go. We'll be able to play, we'd be able to play global chess. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. We'd be able to, you know, the global damn chess masters. You know, the Chinese or whatever, but some Chinese group don't want to get it right and we'll get another group to attack them until they learn to get it right. And they're like, damn, you know. So now they become our servants too.
Right.
Because we have the power to put people up on them without even using any of our own forces.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the game right there. That's the name of war right there. War is getting maximum benefit out of minimal, you know, minimal effort or minimal harm to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, imagine if you can win a war and only lose a couple of soldiers. You know what I'm saying? But you got a whole massive army. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, you know, that's how you get on top. That's how you win the game of war. You know, you can strike out a mighty blow with minimal and be able to bind your enemy up from being able to attack you. And if he does attack, it will be relatively feeble. You know what I'm saying? He might take out a couple of people or whatever the case is, but you caused a massive blow to him and broke up his forces. You know what I'm saying? Now the people that turned against their leaders because they believe that the leaders can't protect them. You know what I'm saying? It can go bad for them. All right. Let's go to Genesis 41.
Okay.
The pink,
41.
right.
Okay.
The pink oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians learn warfare
Right.
and learn to put the value upon one another. You put the value upon one another, you start to win the war already. But because at the point that we at right now, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are at right now, we're not even at war. We just got our ass just beat all the way to hell down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When one rough word can come from an enemy and niggas turn on each other,
Right.
you ain't at war. Your ass lost. You know what I'm saying? You ain't at war. You the spoils of war. You know what I'm saying? You know, they can just say one rough word and niggas will just start turning. You can see that on a job. Niggas will be mad about something on a job, and everybody's collectively mad. As soon as they start threatening jobs, now niggas start trying to save themselves. If every man for himself, then you know, working these jobs, these slaveries teach you a lot. You know what I'm saying, about life and about, you know, how things are, because it's like they're like microcosms, the way that the world is working. You know. Right.
Genesis chapter 41, verse 1. And it came to pass, at the end of 2 full years, that Pharaoh dreamed, and behold, he stood by the river. Verse 2. And behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kine.
Now, this is Pharaoh having a dream, right? But see, it's a situation where Joseph was in jail. And the dude that knew who Joseph was, right? He wasn't no Hebrew. The dude wasn't no Hebrew. He was an Egyptian. But still, you know, he wasn't even grateful enough to even be like, man, this dude interpreted my dream, man. This guy's a skilled dude. And everything that he said was going to happen ended up happening. Instead, he just went ahead and got his seat, you know, back as butler, the chief butler and everything, right?
Right.
And forgot all about Joseph. See, go ahead.
John. Behold, and behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kine and fat flesh.
Yes.
And they fed in a mildew.
Go ahead.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Verse 3. And behold, 7 other kine came up after them out of the river, ill-favored and lean flesh, and stood by the other kine upon the brink of the river.
Okay, let's skip down to verse 12.
Verse 12. And there was there with us a young man, an Hebrew servant to the captain of the guard. And we told him, and he was interpreted to us our dreams. To each man according to his dream, he did interpret. Verse 13.
Yeah, see, here's one thing also. When we do good things for heathens, sometimes, a lot of times, the Most High will allow the heathen to turn on us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, he'll allow them to neglect you. Yeah, that happens every day. This is what happens with black people. This has been happening the whole time we've been here. You know, black people invent something or whatever, and that man never gets spoken about. He doesn't get credit or any of that. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't get the credit for what he just invented. We done did all kind of stuff. We black men never get any credit.
Right. Oh,
you know what I'm saying? We don't even get credit in our own goddamn houses. We don't even get credit there either. You know, we can have a damn daughter or son or whatever. We put them through goddamn college. You think they're gonna be grateful? No, because they mama will see to it that they're not. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of even when the black man is in the home, you know, the mother is still, she can't stand the fact that she's in competition with the father because she can't even stand the fact that the kids love him. She doesn't, no, all the love has to go to her. You know what I'm saying? All the love has to go to her, and they got to see him just as the daughter see him as a walking, either he's the mechanic or the walking ATM machine. You know what I'm saying? When they need some goddamn money. And as soon as he tell them no, now they, now he ain't even no good nigga. I remember when you was cheating on mama. I remember, now he's that. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times being inside that home is not even a good deal. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't running that goddamn home, that's the reason why a lot of men leave the damn home. Why the hell should you be in a place where you're supposed to have authority but don't? But yet you get all the blame for every damn thing. You need to just, resign from your goddamn position. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the whole goddamn house don't respect you. And as far as with, with your woman, your wife is gonna cheat on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She got a job and everything too, and making her own money, because she's gonna have a work husband. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And she gonna feel justified in what she's doing too. You got another woman, she thinks she can have another man.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And guess who will be in support of that and who knows? The daughters will know who she's screwing. The daughters will know. And guess what? The daughters will keep it as a secret from you. Side with their mother. That's why even when the black man is in the home, the home still gets sabotaged. You know what I'm saying? To work against him. Now he got her in-laws against him. And a lot of the time, not her in-laws, but her family against him. A lot of the times they'll have your family against you too.
Right.
Because our families is full of goddamn simps and hoes. You know what I'm saying? Full of feminists, simps, and hoes.
Right.
And they didn't like you before you even got with her. You know what I'm saying? And once you got with her, they was trying to split y'all up. They hopped on her side like they hopped on your side like they didn't like her. But when that shit didn't work with you, then they hopped on her goddamn side to turn her against you. And then you gotta, so like I said, her family, your family, because that's one thing that they love to do. They love to get these support teams against their man. You know what I'm saying? You and her get into a goddamn argument, all of a sudden she call him goddamn, her brother, Uncle goddamn Jeff to the kids and shit, and come through with the blow. You nigga do anything to my sister, nigga do. Now look at what situation that we inside the black home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the damn situations that we in. And either you run that house or shit, you just gotta throw in the motherfucking, you gotta, throw in the goddamn towel. The hell with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as some kids, shit, you can have more. Fuck them little bastards. You can have more. I seen there was a situation where somebody had called me for counsel. The damn daughter tried to run over the father with her vehicle. Now this father's in the home. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, whoo, boy, good night. And the thing about it, this brother stopped reporting. You know, his life went to shit. Plus, he hurt his back at work. You know, in slavery, he hurt his back. So he was home. You know, he was at home a lot, and they was treating him just like they treat a man with no job. You know, they don't give a damn about the fact that all they know is you can't work now. You ain't working now. And they look at you just like, you know, even though you've been working your job 30 years, you get hurt on your job, they're gonna treat you as a no good nigga. You know, even though you still getting paid. And they still looking at you like that. You know, in a lot of cases we can do no right. Go ahead. Can you go ahead? Okay, you know. You heard?
Yeah, show us a lot. Verse 13. And it came to pass, as he interpreted to us, so it was. Me he restored unto mine office, and him he hanged.
Right, they were accurate. You know, Joseph's, interpretations was very accurate. So dude knew that Joseph was, you know, well, from their perspective, you know, he had the gift of divination.
Right.
You know, why not take a man like that and just, you know, labor? Why didn't he labor before to get that man out? To see how useful he is. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Done. Verse 15. So like verse 14. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon. And he shaved himself and changed his raiment and came in unto Pharaoh. Verse 15. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I have dreamed a dream, and there is none that can interpret it.
Okay. The bottom line is he was able to interpret the dream. But see, here's the thing: the dude that did this was the guy whose dream he interpreted that didn't let Pharaoh know about him. He was a heathen, so he's not obligated to really, you know, to put value up on no brother, no Hebrew. He's an Egyptian, right? But when our own people think like this, that's goddamn disgusting right there. You know what I'm saying? And this stuff created a butterfly effect going all the way down to the time of Christ. This is why a lot of people didn't know who Christ was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't, you know, give him the honor. A lot of people didn't give him the honor that he deserved. You see what I'm saying? They looked at him, some looked at him as a common Negro, you know, because he didn't come in the way, the package that everybody thought he should come in.
Right.
You know, he wasn't 8 foot tall with arms as big as tires. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have the 6 or 8 pack, you know, rippled muscles and extremely damn handsome and all of that. He didn't come in that package.
Right.
As a matter of fact, to let people know, you know, that he didn't come in that package, let's go to Isaiah 53 and we'll start at the first verse. Pink oppressors, devil in the Bible speaks.
That's right.
Right.
And what?
And one. I don't know. I thought he went to get somebody. So
Yeah.
is that what he's supposed to do?
Sister.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
You got the key and everything too, though.
Uh-huh.
You got the key.
Yeah. Isaiah chapter 53, verse 1. Who hath believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? Which is nice. This is a nice one.
Right.
You want to keep going?
Yeah.
Verse 2. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant.
Yes. Christ grew up as a tender plant. You know, he was born just like, you know, any child is born. You know, and he, you know, the time he's 2, growing all the way up and everything, right? Growing strong. Go ahead.
Done. And as a root out of a dry ground.
A root out of a dry ground. What was Christ? Christ came from Nazareth. Which was dry, you know, a place where niggas was robbing each other. It was a ghetto of ghettos. Niggas was robbing each other, always trying to get over on each other, didn't have any value upon each other, didn't put no value. That was the dry ground. And he came through as a root to change the world around him.
John, he had no form for comeliness.
No form nor comeliness means he didn't come like I said, like what people would expect him to come. Expect him to be, super handsome, like yeah, expect him to be tall, head taller than everybody, like King Saul. He didn't come in that kind of package. And he had no form, like he was a chunky dude. You know what I'm saying? He was a chunky dude. You couldn't see no abs or none of, you know what I'm saying, or any of that stuff. You couldn't see like rippling biceps and triceps. You couldn't see none of that. Go ahead.
And when we shall see him, there's no beauty that we should desire him.
People be like, "Oh, this is the dude that y'all's talking about." The Most High made him like that on purpose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people will be able to see deeper than what they see. Just like the deal with King David. The Most High told Samuel, man looks on the outward appearance. God looks on the heart.
Right.
They will be able to, he made him that way so people will be able to look deeper than just somebody's physical appearance.
Right.
He'll be able to see his works and his acts, his wisdom, all of these things that people don't see on the surface.
Right.
The Most High is trying to get people to look deep. Go ahead.
Verse 3. He is despised and rejected of men.
Despised means what? To be held of little value. That's the reason why when he was being crucified, what was they saying? Crucify him. We have no king but Caesar. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They despised him, at that point, held him of little value. And the chief priests and the Pharisees and Sadducees and all of them, When people, they can't believe that, like they despise us now. It's like, oh, these niggas right here, these damn felons, and they think that that they men of God, and they, think that they know the Bible, and they run around talking about blacks and Hispanics, God's chosen people, and they laughing and scoffing and mocking, while they go and grab some goddamn, talk about some goddamn Colossians somewhere in Africa, or some damn, calling the Ethiopians a tribe of Dan. Because we from the ghetto, we can't be God's chosen people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we come from the ghetto and all that. We can't be the Lord's chosen. Go ahead.
A man of sorrows and acquainted with grief.
Right, a man of sorrows, because what is that? Christ is deeply compassionate and empathetic. Even though he wasn't a sinner himself, but at the same time, he has ability to think outside of himself and look into someone else's mind, and how they are and why it is they do what they do. That's the mark of a leader. That's one of the true marks of a leader right there. A leader has to have, the ability to look outside of himself and look and put himself in somebody else's skin. You know what I'm saying? He has to have that ability. Like, say, for instance, dudes that don't even have children should speak out about brothers being put on child support. You ain't got to damn go through something yourself, you know what I'm saying? Just to have some goddamn understanding of it. You ever battle people on Facebook like that?
Right.
Well, sorry, this and that happened to you. No, it's never happened to me. But what I'm supposed to just because it happened to me, my whole disagreement, my whole argument with it should come out of a personal, you know what I'm saying? No, it shouldn't. That's what women think like that. Because women look internally, everything, you know what I'm saying, is internal. They figure, oh, you hate white people because white people did such and such to you. It's got to be about you personally, right? Because if it didn't happen to you, you're not supposed to care about it. You see what I'm saying? Now that's narcissist. That's narcissist thinking right there. I've never been shot before, but I can relate to someone has been shot. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know people that have been shot, and I know that I can empathize with somebody that's been shot. You know what I'm saying? The ISUPK, if that was the case, we'd be like everybody else.
Right.
We ain't been through some of the things, and brothers have different experiences. Brothers have different experiences.
Right.
Some brothers in this school come from different walks of life. Some brothers never been to the pen.
That's true.
But at the same time, he can reach out to someone that is in the pen. You know why? Because we all in this prison called America.
Right.
So we understand the prison, even though we've never been there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have compassion and empathy for your brothers and everything. Somebody that's crippled or missing a leg or something, even though you got 2 legs, you shouldn't be like, well, I don't know what the hell you going through. Hell, I got both mine. Heck, sorry about your luck, buddy.
Right.
That's not no goddamn way to be. You help this dude as if you only have 1 leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yourself. You gotta have the ability to put yourself in someone else's skin. A large portion of us in the ISUPK were never had to be a refugee into another country. You know what I'm saying? Fleeing from one country to get into another. But you know what? Empathy and compassion drove the ISUPK to go down to Mexico and to meet those brothers at the border.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Even though we have never been in that situation ourselves, but we relate to our people.
Right.
That's the mark of leaders. Where was everybody else's empathy again? Where was it at?
Hey, so get him right. He's a Christian.
Where is everybody else's? No, all these people with the with the 12 tribe sign copying off ISUPK.
Right.
Where was their sense of compassion and empathy? Because that right there, what happened when the brothers went down to, some of the brothers, it took 14 hours to get there. They didn't give a damn. They went there, nobody knew that thing was going to happen. Go ahead.
The other brothers, they taking that one time and hiding.
Exactly, perfect. Yeah, clap that one up. Like that. Yes, they had that talent because with the talent that they got, they have more. They're more than capable of, doing that. They're more capable of supplying those people with resources and all of that stuff, making sure that they eat. You know what I'm saying? And you run around talking about, a lot of them got damn cops and every damn thing. Why ain't they talk to the damn police to make them stop hitting the Haitians with whips?
Right.
Why didn't they do that? So now with ISUPK being down there, like I was saying, the mark of a good leader is compassion and empathy, and we showed it. Where was everybody else's?
Damn right.
So the game is over. You know what I'm saying? The game is over. The Most High is exposing them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Go ahead.
Our brother, the Mama Bar says, Shalom of Christ.
Oh, Shalom of Christ. Mighty priest right there. God, what's that? Christ. So, like I was saying, we the ones that had the empathy down there. We the ones that had that. And I don't want this to be a thing that's going to die down. I want to keep putting this stuff in people's faces.
Right.
I want to keep putting it, keep putting it out there, keep putting it out there, keep putting it out there.
That's right.
This thing is big right here because this speaks volumes of who is supposed to be leading the nation.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? This speaks volume. Like I said about the Highlander situation. There can only be one. that old movie, that old show, The Highlander. There can only be one. And that one is one West.
That's right.
That's it.
Damn right.
That's right.
You got any more scripture on that? I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Verse 3.
He compresses the devil that the Bible speaks.
That's right. Verse 3. He is despised and rejected of men.
Yeah, he was despised and rejected because when you got to understand something. When you love if you're gonna love Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you got to prepare your mind for them to hate you. You know what I'm saying? You got to prepare your mind for that. You have to. It's something that goes along with the job. You know what I'm saying? But like we say, life is warfare. You got to fight through that, and you still got to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? because your reward is going to come from the Most High. It's not going to come from them anyway. You do your job.
Damn right.
That's right.
Yeah, let's go to 1 Samuel 17 and verse 31.
First Samuel chapter 17, verse 31. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him.
Go ahead. Right. Yeah. First Samuel.
First Samuel. Okay.
Yeah.
Verse 31. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent them. And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him.
Right. Okay. Now, here's another thing. What people didn't understand also about King David is the fact that King David built up confidence based on his past achievements. He slew a bear, he slew a lion. But see, here's the thing. His brothers didn't see his valiantness. You know what I'm saying? You know, because what they should have done was they should have supported him in that and helped to empower him even more. You know what I'm saying? To make him even stronger. Right? But instead, they were too busy, pretty much despising him because he was the youngest for one thing, and he's off in the sheepfold. Because back then, being the youngest, you was the one held least value.
Right.
Because it went down in rank and order.
Right.
He was the lowest rank. You know what I'm saying? He was the lowest inside your family, your brothers. And his job was keeping the sheep, which was shepherdry, was actually despised in a lot of instances, when it should be the most glorious, occupation there is. That's the most high occupation.
Right.
Husbandry.
That's right.
But King David, he watched over them sheep well, and he knew those sheep. He knew one of them had something wrong with it. He knew them well. He took care of them. He fed them. He continuously watched them. And he continually watched for any animals or anything around. That stuff right there was training. That was training right there, So with all of these people that's running around, with the 12 tribe sign, acting like ISUPK, then why don't they imitate the faith? You know what I'm saying? And the courage. Why ain't they imitating that? Because if they're not imitating those things, then they just need to just damn pack up. What are they out there to do? They're out there to be the Christian church. They're leaving the Christian church to become the Christian church.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Just dressed a little different, having a little different lingo, you know what I'm saying? But the spirit's still the same, still exactly the same. If you ain't dropped that Christian spirit, then what the hell, why change anything up if you ain't dropping that Christian spirit? And the Christian spirit, because just like the Christians didn't go down there to Mexico, they didn't go in. So that shows you that they're spiritually very alike. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You wear all the goddamn fringes and bristles on the bottom of your shirt all you goddamn want to. But if your spirit is like theirs, you're doing all that stuff for nothing. Because when the rubber meets the road, you fail just like they do. And then you get hit smacked in the face with the fact that you don't love Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You don't put the value upon them. You don't give a damn about a true brotherhood with them. You only try to use them to make merchandise out of them. That's why they're always in some type of goddamn scandals over money. The purple group into it over money, and that's the reason why they bishop, the second in command, went to jail, went to prison.
Yeah.
You
something like that. That's how the doctor.
No, this is the purple guys.
Oh, purple guys.
Yeah, this is those dudes. The purple police. Purple rain. Those dudes, they all into it. They can't trust each other now. You know what I'm saying? They can't trust each other. I knew that they was gonna have a money issue. They was gonna fall out over money.
Right.
I knew that because they always love to call dudes broke and bums and stuff like that. Anybody to do that, they could already have a financial fallout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they tell you what they love right there.
Right.
When they call somebody a bum for not having a job, they already automatically telling you what they love above the truth.
Right.
What they love above Christ. They showing it to you right then. And at that time, I knew they was gonna have a fallout over finances and what the hell is going on with them. What's been going on with them? They falling out, and they said that dudes is leaving their school and they leaving light bills and stuff in somebody's name that he got to pay, and he been away from the school for months. They got all kind of messed up stuff going on like that. All kinds of, and it all goes all the way up to their head dude. He was in on it too. They sitting there blackballing certain dudes, and they just all in chaos.
Right.
Over finances. The love of money is the root of all evil, and they got a lot of goddamn evil going on in there right now. Believe that, you know what I'm saying? They got a lot of damn evil going on in there.
They do,
You know what I'm saying? That money is turning them into animals. They salivating, they're ready to bite each other. You know what I'm saying? But then somebody can trust them to lead them into the truth.
Right.
By that whole incident, by them not showing up, which everybody knew about this. You know what I'm saying? With them not showing up at the in Mexico, how in the hell could you trust somebody like that to lead you?
Right.
They're gonna leave you high and dry. Where the hell was the other group? The one that took people to Jordan. Where were they? Where were they at during that time?
Right.
Why would they at? And you know what? These groups have have schools in Haiti.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They have schools in Haiti.
They do.
Yeah. So and they have schools in Texas.
Right.
All they had to do was cross the goddamn border. They all got passports. You know what I'm saying? They can run out to goddamn Africa.
Right.
They can run to the land all the way 1,000 miles away to the land of doodoo and flies, but they can't go to goddamn Mexico. This exposes a whole lot about them. Let's keep reading.
Verse 32. David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine.
Yeah, I like to get to that part where his brother says, "I know thy mischief." When his father told him to get to bring the cheese and bread to his brothers.
So that's gotta be before this one.
Okay.
I think so.
So everything I'm reading after this is just about the engagement between David and Goliath.
Okay. Can anybody find that scripture?
Keep referencing one more time.
He said, "Bring the bread and cheese to thy brothers."
To thy brother.
To thy brothers, because they was getting ready to go to war. That was, similar for
we
war.
are in 17th chapter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be 1 Samuel 17:17.
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 17. And Jesse said unto David his son, take now for thy brethren an ephah of this parched corn and these 10 loaves, and run to the camp to thy brethren. Verse 18. And carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their 1,000, and look how thy brethren fared, and take their pledge.
Right. I told him look over them. Yeah, matter of fact, actually, Jesse didn't unawarely was giving him their order to be king. Say overlook them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See how they fared. He didn't even know. Jesse didn't even know it. He prophesied. Go ahead.
Verse 18, verse 19. Now Saul and they Now Saul and they and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah fighting with the Philistines. Verse 20. And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with a keeper and took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench as the host was going forth to the fight and shouted for the battle. Verse 21. But Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army.
Okay.
Just 122.
Let me see. Let's see if I can find it real quick. His brother said, I know thy mischief. Stop pulling it up. Going to
I'm
other
seeing a lot of
stuff.
stuff in Psalms.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing the same thing.
Otherwise, Proverbs 6 and 18, maybe.
Yeah, it's King. Actually, King David was King David's brother. That said, where he was like, "What are you doing here? Where the sheep? Ain't you supposed to be keeping the sheep?" See, King David's brother did not know him, and that was his blood brother. You know, we got to look at the good qualities of people and not just be overlooking them. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be, knowing one another, people's good qualities and everything, and exhorting them in those good qualities, giving them confidence to keep on being that way. Because you'll have some people out there that'll have good qualities and be compassionate or whatever the case is, but then being the fact that they go recognized for anything, or so in some cases get crapped on or whatever, and then they start to lose that quality. You know what I'm saying? That stuff happens a lot. They start to get discouraged. Now that they sit there and then been robbed of that good quality, because nobody was exhorting them in it. Just like we supposed to be just like we exhort the sisters and everything, when they do something well, when they do something real good, when they cook good meals and they do this and that, brothers got to be, of course, we got to be the same way, towards the brothers. You got a good quality, give that brother some props on that quality. Give him props on it, encourage him in it, strengthen him in that, because everybody plays a position. Everybody has a position. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has position, and people have different skill sets and things like that. Sometimes, some skill sets go, despised. Just like the skill set that Jacob had went despised with Isaac. Isaac was a righteous man.
Right.
While Esau's skill sets were praised. Now if Jacob was a weaker dude, he would have got discouraged and would have tried to be like Esau. And the thing about that would have made him hate it even more. You know what?
Right.
It would have made him hate it even more because now he's trying to be something that he's not. You know what I'm saying? And that correction would have came from the Lord because the Lord don't want Jacob being like Esau. He made them polar opposites for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He made them opposites. He didn't make them to be the same. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jacob was a good archer, just like Esau.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob would tear him up with a bow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's a good skill set. You know what I'm saying? That's a good skill set. You can learn, you can imitate good skill sets from evil people if they have something good. But don't be like unto them.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, we have the ICBK coming out 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, and the Commander Johnny Ahana. Pay your tithes, support this truth. We're having the expungement program going up October the 17th here in St. Paul, Minnesota.
That's
Support this movement. We're going to work on getting expungements for brothers' records so that they can get good jobs and everything and start to get their lives together.
That's right.
That being said, about to pass the class over the priest and officer among the bar. The people presses the devil with the Bible speaks.
That's right.
ISUPK security announcements. Where the ISUPK started out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves at the work. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'asher. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. So you can still go to isupk.com, scroll now to the donate now button. You can pay your tithes, make donations that way. If you have the Zelle app, first name is Israelite School, last name is UPK. The email is tithes, like your tithes at isupk.com. So you can pay your tithes and make donations that way. Otherwise, get in contact with the school near you. If they have a Cash App, follow the directions for that. For our region, you can go to $1 in the Cash App $sign UPK Minnesota. You can make donations to our school there also. Upcoming holy convocations. So November 28th, we have the Feast of Dedication. Get in contact with the school nearest you and see what the arrangements are going to be. Again, like Adawan had said, this is not a holy convocation, but we have October 17th, the expungement event weekend. So it's going to be that Sunday, October 17th, we're going to have camp. October 16th, that Saturday, brothers can start coming into town. October 15th, that Friday. So October 17th, we got flyers out there. You can go to our website. You can Google isupk.com or it's like ISUPK Minnesota. Get the details. Give us a call. Link up with us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever and however. Otherwise, we'll see you out there on the streets too. Any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That means your boots, your shirt, your pant, your headband, and your scarf. And with that, class dismissed. Shalom, Israel.